Welcome back. This is just an example problem video basically over fractional coefficients. If you haven't seen the last video, I definitely recommend that you go and watch that before doing these example problems. Another piece of advice would be pausing the video before I explain every problem, work it out on your own, and then watch my answer and see if you got it right. So right away we'll start here. We always start by drawing that river, okay? We're going to see that there's a minus 9 here. The opposite of minus 9 is positive 9. Yes, class, yes. Whatever you do to the left, you do to the right. There we go. So we have 1/5 x. I'm going to write that as that. 1/5 x is the same as x over 5. I think we can all see that there. Negative 9 plus 9 cancels out. 1/5 x is bigger than 12. So what do? Well, if you watched the last video, you should know that whenever we want to get x by itself, we have to do what's called multiplying by the reciprocal. In this case, it's 5 over 1. Remember, it's just flipping that number there. So it's pretty easy, but you have to make sure you do it right there. Remember, what you do to the left, you have to do to the right. So we're going to multiply this by 5 over 1. Okay? This all is going to cancel out, leaving you with x is greater than, let's write it as 12 over 1 times 5 over 1. There we go. Okay? X is greater than 12 times 5, which is 60. And we could do 1 times 1 and put it over 1, but I think we can all see that 60 over 1 is the same as just 60. So that's our answer to that one right there. Could graph all of these, but I'm just going to graph the first one just to save time. So we have our 0. Let's do 60. Let's do negative 60. It's greater than 60, but it doesn't equal 60. So we're going to do the open circle. We're going to shade on this side. I like to shade in the arrow just so I can see that includes all the numbers bigger than 60. So that's the answer for the first one there. Okay. The next one is number 2. Let's draw the river. Okay. The opposite of plus 8 is minus 8. Whatever we do to the left, we do to the right. Okay. There's that. So we're going to drop down negative 4 over 3x. Plus 8 and minus 8 cancel out. Negative 12 minus 8 is negative 20. Remember that we have less than or equal to. So then what do? Well, same as the last problem. It's a little bit different, but we're going to multiply by the reciprocal, which in this case is negative 3 over 4. Whatever we do to the left, we do to the right. There we go. So we're going to cancel all of this out here, leaving us with x. Now remember, whenever we're multiplying by a negative reciprocal, we're going to flip that sign. Can't forget it. Got to think about it every time you see a negative here. Okay? So then let's write this as negative 20 over 1 times negative 3 over 4. Hold up. Wait a second. We can make life so much easier for us, right? Let's see negative 20 and let's see 4 here. What do those things have in common? Well, 20 can be divided by 4, and since 20 is on top and 4 is on bottom, we can cross simplify. So let's cross this out, let's cross that out, and let's write negative 5 up here. Because negative 20 divided by 4 is negative 5, okay? So then let's write this. X is bigger than or equal to negative 5 over 1 times negative 3 over 1. Which we can see is just x is greater than or equal to 15. We have negative 5 times negative 3, which is just 15. We have 1 times 1, which is 1. But we all know that 15 over 1 is the same thing as just 15. So that's the answer to that one. Okay, next one. Number 3. Draw the river. Opposite of minus 6 is plus 6. Whatever we do to the left, we do to the right. There we go. Drop down the 2/3 x. 6's are going to cancel. Less than 8 plus 6 is 14. What do we do here? We want to isolate the variable. How are we going to do that? By multiplying by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal here is 3 over 2. 3 over 2. Remember what we do to the left, we do to the right. Cancel out. X is smaller than 14 over 1 times 3 over 2. Here we go again. We have another situation where we can cross simplify. We see the 14, we see the 2. We know that 14 divided by 2 is just 7. There we go, just 7. So now we have x is smaller than 7 over 1 times 3 over 1. X is smaller than 21. 7 times 3 is 21. Okay, there's the answer for that one. Okay, you'll immediately see that negative. Keep that in mind whenever we're doing this. So we don't want to miss a very important part. It can completely change the answer if we miss this part. So the opposite of 9 is minus 9. Whatever we do to the left, we do to the right. Okay, drop down the negative 3 over 2. The 9's are going to cancel. 24 minus 9 is 15. 24 minus 9, 15. Okay, oop, forgot the x again. Okay, so now what do we do? Well, we see that there's a fractional coefficient here in front of the x. So what we're going to do is multiply by the reciprocal. Negative 2/3. Whatever we do to the left, we do to the right. Negative 2/3. So this is all going to cancel here, leaving us with just x. Now remember, your little alarm in your head should be going off right now. Multiply by a negative reciprocal, okay? That means that we need to flip that sign, right? So let's flip that sign. Let's flip that puppy. We'll write this as 15 over 1 times negative 2 over 3. Okay, we also have another chance to cross simplify here and here. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So then we can write this as x is greater than or equal to 5 over 1 times negative 2 over 1, which we know is negative 10. Because 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Put us a nice little box around there. Like I said, we could graph these if we wanted to, but I think we're all pretty good at this by now. So that'll give you a chance to practice. You can rewatch this video if you need to. Otherwise, hope you guys have a good day. That's the end of this video.